What is going on, YouTube people? Hope the old Rivals release day treated you all well. If you decided to hit the mean streets, fight off the scalpers, and try to get some product on Friday, I so far have secured one booster case at a pretty decent price and a couple loose boxes that I purchased online ahead of time. The surprising thing to me has been, and it's not super surprising, but a little bit surprising, now that we are in the fully open market, if you will, and supply is starting to hit, prices are not dropping that much from the crazy pre-order numbers. They've come down a little bit, for sure, and there is some discrepancy between what you're seeing on eBay and TCG Player. You could definitely get better deals buying over on eBay right now. But generally speaking, compared to most recent releases, this set, especially compared to Journey Together, has actually held up so far in price-wise pretty well. Now, we will see if that lasts. It's still in the early days. There's still, this thing needs to kind of play itself out a little bit. But as we sit on TCG Player, booster boxes are at $250, down a little bit from the crazy $260, $270, $280 prices that we saw early in release, but holding steady in that $250-ish mark. Over on eBay, depending on when you look at this, I've seen them in the high 230s. But actually, now that I look at it this morning, they are creeping a little closer to the 240s. So this number here and these numbers here seem to be converging on that 240, 245 ish number for a booster box. ETBs. This is the Pokemon Center exclusive one. This is actually fairly intriguing to me as the prices have come way down on these. These are sub $200 right now at $180 on TCG Player. I did not look these ones up over on eBay. I was unfortunately not able to snag any of these ones. And then traditional ETBs are sitting around $90 to $95. It's market price is $95. It's $90 plus $5 shipping. And there are plenty of them available out there. Fantastic artwork on this ETB for sure. Now, I've said it a million times, I am not a big fan of ETBs on sets that have mainline releases, as in booster boxes. So ETBs and even booster bundles are not something I will necessarily be chasing per se. Now, if I find them at retail, that's a different story. Sure, I will grab them. But I'm not going to be going out of my way to buy cases or anything like that of them. I strictly want to stick to booster boxes as much as possible. And I don't know that I'll be buying a ton more. I got my case. I got my few loose boxes. And that's typically what I do for most sets. Get around a case or so quantity. And then if I find some deals, I'll pick up some loose ones here and there. Sure, no problem. So, what does the short to medium term look like for this bad boy, given that prices have not dipped substantially post-release? My gut tells me in the short term, this thing probably settles into probably around 250. We're going to burn up through this initial supply this weekend. Everyone's just going to be the people that want to just make their money and get their quick flip out the door, whether it's shops, people that got a good deal at an LGS or something like that, pre-ordered from Best Buy, whatever. They're into the box from anywhere from $100 to $160, let's call it MSRP, depending on if they got direct or maybe they bought a good deal, someone else selling it. All those people that want to make their quick $100 or so, they're all selling this weekend. They're going to list the product as fast as humanly possible. They're going to price it to move. They just want their money back out of it, and then they are content to go move on to the next thing. And that is perfectly fine. That is definitely one way to do it. Just churn and burn it if you get in at that super early price point. Because For us to buy it at 250 to make $100 on it, you're probably going to have to hold it for a while. These folks, maybe, like I said, Distro had a local LCS that had a good deal. They were able to grab a few, whatever. They can instantly make their $100. That's never a bad thing. So all that supply is hitting the market. Now we have to churn through that. Then it's probably going to slowly start creeping up. The question becomes is how soon do we get a wave 2 / reprint, whatever you want to call it? What does that look like? Because here's the thing, if there is a second wave coming in like a month, 2 months, whatever, when Distro sends that out, it's not like they're pricing it at the old box prices. Shops are probably going to have to buy it at $220 per box, $230 per box, who knows. So your floor is going to remain pretty high, most likely. I don't see this thing going sub 250 anytime soon, or like I said, floating in this kind of 245 to 255 area for a while. And then even with a reprint second wave, to knock some of the steam out of it, it might pull it back a little bit. But I think this is kind of where this box is going to live for a while. Unless they really kick up things and we get, just huge, massive reprint after massive reprint after massive reprint in the more medium to long term, heading into next year and whatnot. Because don't forget, this set just came out. This thing is going to be churning out product for the next 3 years. The other thing I would advise, this is not my game. I would not be buying any singles right now. Singles are going to be super inflated because it's release week. You got to let inventory come to market, let people rip their boxes, let this stuff flush itself out. We're at the beginning of the new cycle. You have plenty of time to track down singles from this set. There is no need to freak out and pay FOMO pricing on singles. I don't care what the card is. I don't care how bad the pull rates are. You're going to be able to find what you want. It's not like sports cards where you have an out of 5 or a super, super short printed thing. You're going to be able to find what you want. Singles wise, just be a little patient. That's all I'm saying there. And be careful buying the first PSA 10s on the market as well, as those will be hyper inflated. So, but that's where we're at. Not a huge dip in value right off the get. That probably means prices are going to remain pretty strong. Obviously, a lot of variables can come into play with this, but I am also curious, how did your release week go? Were you able to score some product, whether it be locally, running around playing the retail hunt game? Did you get some booster boxes pre-ordered in at a pretty solid price? What are you all doing with this Rivals set? Are you quick flipping it? Are you stashing it all in the closet? Are you building a larger position in Rivals than you would with a normal set? Do you normally do like me and maybe just get a case, but maybe this one you're feeling, no, we're doubling down, tripling down. We want 2 cases of this bad boy or 3 cases of this bad boy. Let me know in the comments down below. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.